custom made wigs for cancer patients. I normally take head measurements to make something that's custom fitting. When it comes to cancer patients, a wig is not about beauty. It's about life and death.
Have you had any interaction or discussion with the Uganda Cancer Institute?
Not yet.
When you look at the patients that you've been interacting with, what does it tell you or teach you about cancer itself?
The first thing is go for that earlier testing. They normally call it screening, because most people lose their lives because of the delay.
From the time that you started up till now, how many people would you say you have touched?
So far I've given like 500.
You said you donate from your own savings.
Yes.
Why do you do that? In the cases where you have worked with a patient or patients, gave them a wig, raised them up, and then they actually pass away, how do you deal with that?
Okay, it's tough. Okay, it's a bit tough when you're saving up. Sorry.
It's okay.
When you're saving up that money and it's not coming in, you already have the list of the people. You sometimes feel like giving up. You're like, why am I doing this? But when you make the wigs and go to the hospital.
Thank you for coming on the show, Diana.
You're welcome.
We're very glad to have you here. When I heard your story, I was actually moved by it, and we definitely wanted to have you on the show.
Thank you.
For those who do not know you, please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Thank you very much. I'm Nazziwa Diana, CEO of Piddah Tendo company, and I'm grateful for being part of this show. Yes. At Piddah Tendo company, we make custom made wigs for cancer patients. This project is close to my heart because of the loss of my grandmother. I lost her to breast cancer a few years ago, 8 years ago. And from there, I got this, I don't know that I should call it a calling of giving back to cancer patients, helping them make their lives better during the cancer treatment process with wigs. Others are doing it through medication, others are doing it through a lot, but mine is through wigs. Yes. And making them feel better as they heal and get back to their normal lives. Yes.
How do you determine which cancer patient to make a wig for?
I normally get help from the hospitals. That's normally the doctors, the nurses. Because at first, when I just started, I just made a few wigs. I got that thought, made a few wigs and went straight to the hospital, entered the ward and just found the ladies, the patients, just met them, just direct, hello, how are you? I make wigs. Would you like to have a wig? And in the process, a nurse found me and she asked me whether I had got the permission. So I told her the truth. I was like, I didn't know that we need all this, but I would really be grateful if you showed me the right way. So she took me to the office and told me the procedures, and I got to understand everything. So in the process, she told me to just let her know if I needed help. So that's mainly getting me patients. So I normally get patients from the nurses and the doctors, because the patients who can afford a wig, some of them are already working class 4, so they can afford the wigs. And those who can't afford the wig, so I normally look for those who can't afford to buy a wig. And the nurses surely know the people who can't afford and who can afford. So yes, I normally get that help from them.
So the nurse looks at the patients and puts you in touch with the patient,
Yes.
and says that this patient cannot afford a wig.
Yes.
Why do they need a wig?
The patients need these wigs, first of all, confidence. Wigs help ladies gain their confidence, have more to expect from life, let's say. It even helps them in their recovering process, because healing starts from inside. So yes, there is giving that patient the medications, the healthy foods and all that, but if they don't feel beautiful, they don't feel like they have something to fight for, I don't think that the healing process would be much easier. So when someone gets that wig, they feel beautiful, they feel like they can go back to their normal life, can go back to work, they can go back to school, they can continue with whatever they've been doing. Yes, so wigs help.
But why wigs specifically for cancer patients?
When a patient is diagnosed with cancer, they go through a treatment called chemotherapy. So that treatment causes hair loss, not just the scalp, but all parts of the body. So you lose your eyelashes, you lose your eyebrows, and other parts. Also, you lose your hair, the head. So for gentlemen, for men, you can figure out a way of living without hair as a man, but with ladies, it's quite tough, because they lose their confidence. Without hair, actually, their marriages are also affected, because their kids will look at them a certain way, the husband will look at them a certain way. When they get back to work, they're looked at a certain way. But when they have that wig on, she'll feel confident, she'll feel like she's beautiful, and no one will even know that
She doesn't have hair.
yes, she doesn't have hair. So that helps them in the process of healing also. Yes.
How did you get the idea to make wigs and give them to cancer patients?
The idea started when I lost my grandmother to breast cancer. And I also have an auntie who healed or recovered from breast cancer. And I also have an auntie that I lost to breast cancer. So it started with my grandmother. So when I saw her, one day we went to the hospital to visit her, and she had no hair. The grandmother that we knew always had her beautiful big afro, and she was this vibrant lady, always happy. But when we got to the hospital, she was down. No hair, of course. By then we were still young, as like 8 years ago. So we're just scared. Hey, what happened to Jaja? Hey, what happened to Jaja? And by that time, people were not well educated about cancer. So whenever they would let you know that someone has cancer, so you just know that this person is going. So when we also went to the hospital and saw her without hair, we just knew Jaja is gone. So that affected us, but it also gave me this zeal of how can I help my grandmother. So that's how I started. Did some research. And also thought of buying a wig for her. By then, 7 years ago, there were no good wigs in town. So I went to town and tried getting her wig, but the ones that I found were either too small or too tight in that they could cause her headache, and the others were too large that they could fall off her head. Then the good ones were quite expensive, and we could not afford a 500, 700,000 wig. So I had to find a way. I went to YouTube, got a few videos, and went downtown. That's Owino. Got a legging, cut it, sewed it together, and brought it and just tried it on her. She wore it, and I sewed a few short hair afro pieces because I know her hairstyle was afro. So I tried sewing, and it came out fairly, but didn't look that good. It looked like a basket on her head. But the fact being that we had tried on the other wigs from town and they were too tight or too loose, or the hair quality was bad and she didn't like it. Others would even react to them, the skin would react. But when we tried this one, she didn't get any reactions. The wig was not too tight, not too loose. She liked it, but she encouraged me to reconstruct it so that we could get a better fitting, a better wig. So I reconstructed it, and this time around, with the help of my mother, we trimmed it, and she tried it out, and she looked good. And that's where we started the journey from. Yes.
Did she change her demeanor, her personality? Did it change from before the wig to after the wig?
Yes, she did, because before, she didn't want visitors to come and see her in that state.
Looking like that. Mm.
Yes. So she would avoid visitors. She was a bit low, and
her self-esteem had gone down.
Yes. But after the wig, she was excited. You would find her combing it, oiling it, asking you maybe to come and
touch it up.
Just touch it. The visitor is coming. Soko mugamba alinde kwa need to first look good. Bring the mirror, some lipstick. So that helped in the process. Yes, that really helped her recover her confidence, and yeah, she loved it.
What did she say about what she felt?
She
after you gave her the wig,
she was happy. She was grateful. And also the fact being that I saw her change, because even my aunties would come in and ask, Anange, what's happening? Grandma looks more happier. She looks more healthy. Whatever you're doing, people just continue.
Wow.
Yes, because prior to that, she was so low, very tough. And yeah, I think she had given up.
Right.
Yes. But with that, with the wig, we'd go for the evening walks, and life really changed. And we had a different person at home than the sick. Because people would just find her maybe on the road walking, then they'll just see her with that bald head, and they'll start staring at her. So that really pissed her off.
Right.
Yes. But after that, after her receiving the wig, life was better.
That is nice. That is really nice. What did the doctors say, or the nurses, when they saw the transformation, or when they saw you doing the wig? What did they say?
Actually, they didn't see me make the wig, but she let everyone know about how the granddaughter made her this beautiful wig. And in case they wanted, my granddaughter can make you the best wig. Are you seeing what I'm wearing? But by then I didn't have much knowledge, but I started getting clients from the
the
hospital.
yeah,
Yes.
telling
And
you.
also, yes, and also the doctor encouraged us to take that far, in that we can make even other wigs for other patients. So I also got that idea from...
Because it is also, I'm sorry for cutting you short, because it is also helping them in their treatment process.
Yes.
If they see the patient, if a patient has given up and you give them more medicine, they will not really come out, right?
Yes.
But when they see what you're doing, it is like working hand in hand with them.
Yes.
So supporting your efforts as well.
Yes, because even during the process, like it was more easier to take her for the treatments. Prior to that, she didn't want to go to the hospital. She didn't want to take the medicines. She had lost hope. That's the truth. But after her receiving her wig, the hospital appointments were okay for her. So she would just be like, custom kabiri kange. How both? So when we get to the hospital, she's all happy, sharing with other patients and letting them know how she feels, how things are going to get better. And yes.
She started being an advocate in the hospital herself?
Yes.
Telling other patients?
Yes, telling other patients how the wigs will change their lives, how she looks better. Aren't you seeing me? I look good. You people need this. Just get in touch with my daughter. But if I had enough money by then, I would have helped enough people. But I didn't have enough. So, yeah, others came in and bought a few. But, yeah, it really, really helped her.
So I like this story. It's really very nice. And thank you for this, to help her to bring her up. Tell me, moving on from your grandma to now, I can see how the doctors are helping you, doctors and nurses are helping you by recommending people. That's fine. I can see how your grandmother is also doing groundwork for you as well. How do you move from that state to now starting a business doing this thing?
After, grandmother passing on, we lost her.
Sorry.
But I still got referrals from the nurses in the hospital. So they'll call me, hello, we have a patient. Can you at least make her something? And others, by then I would just let them know that, because after losing my grandmother, I lost that hope and that inspiration. So I just decided to go back to my normal work, because by then I was a secretary at Makerere University. So I just packed everything, the sewings, the threads, the needles, the hair pieces, and just... The truth is I threw everything because I didn't want to bring back the memories. Okay. Yes. But I continued having phone calls, referrals from the hospital. So you'd get a patient, by the way, I'm so and so, and I was referred by nurse so and so, please, I need, and by then I would just let them know, no, I'm not into wigs anymore. I stopped doing this thing, but the more phone calls I received, the more I felt like
you need to do something.
I need to do this. And also my mother encouraged me to continue. She was like, never know, could be your grandmother trying to communicate that you should continue with this. If you gave her hope in the few months that you did this, never know, others may also benefit from it.
True.
Yes, so I continued and made a few more wigs, and from there, but where I really, really got into this wig business is I had an auntie. Okay, I have an auntie, sorry. have an auntie. By then, she was staying in Muyenga. And she used to have some hair bundles, like good quality hair, because she used to get them from abroad whenever she would travel, get some, and she would just sew. They normally call it sew in. So she would just sew in, and then a few months she would remove, and then maybe get a new one. But she had a sack
Of this hair.
That she would use and then just keep. So one time I went to visit her, and she gave me the sack. She was like, "By the way, Diana, I saw you making hair. Are you still into this hair thing?" I was like, "No, auntie." She was like, "No, you can just get whatever. Then the others you can just burn what you want to use. You can even just play it. It's good hair. You can wash and then use the rest." So I got a few pieces, went back home, washed the hair, treated it, and since I was already into wigs, I sold a few. I think I sold like 5 good wigs, and then I took one for her as a way of thanks and thank you. So I went, visited her, and took a wig, and she could not believe
The quality.
that it's what she had thrown.
Right.
Yes, because I treated it and styled it. I even added some highlights and made it look really, really beautiful. So she thought I was selling to her a new piece. Then I told her, "No, this is the hair that you gave me." So she started wearing it. By that time, she had kids at Aga Khan, and she would drop the kids to school and pick them. So I think other parents used to see her wearing these beautiful wigs, and they would inquire, "Who got you that hair? Who made you that hair?" So then she would give them my number, and then they would contact me and they ask me for their wigs. But by then I was not really into the business, so I would ask for a deposit. So the moment I got the deposit, I would send for hair, China. Then I received the bundles, immediately saw them. By then I had not yet gotten my machines. So I would sew using my hands and then style and deliver. So whenever I would do that, I would get a new client. Whenever I would deliver, I would get a new client. So since at the time I was working as a secretary, the salary was not that good. So I started comparing the two. And the wig part was bringing in some good income. And I continued thinking about it as the business grew, and decided to focus on the wig making a bit. So yes, that's how I started. After a while, I decided to start teaching wig making, because I would get clients who would buy these wigs and then get also interested in starting this business. Because by that time, 7 years ago, there were very few people who could make wigs. Of course, they would buy already made wigs from China and then just bring them and sell them, but they didn't know how to make them. The fact that I knew how to make them, so I decided to start teaching. That helped my business to grow. And yeah, I'm grateful. And with my business growth, I've been able to save up and get enough hair, then turn it into wigs and then donate it from my savings.
So, okay, you're touching 2 points. I want to ask about the donation part, okay, that you just mentioned, and then also a question about the teaching part as well. So, the teaching part, the people whom you're teaching wig making, it is generally just for wig making. It is not specific for wig making to relate to cancer. It's just for their own business to employment, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that one. When you said donation, where are you donating this to who?
When I talk about donation, I'll donate these wigs to cancer patients, specifically cancer patients. Since right now I don't have fundings from other maybe NGOs or so, I normally use my personal savings. Yes. And also of late I've started getting help from my clients, because when they come in I normally ask them to donate old wigs that they're not using. So when someone donates that wig, the old wig, I make sure that of course it's good quality, then deconstruct it, treat it, like really give it good treatment, and then reconstruct it. I have machines that help me with that. I reconstruct it, style it, and donate it. By the time you donate it, of course, it should be looking good, because no one would really be happy to receive something that's looking old. And yes, but when you donate something that's good looking, it helps the patient to also start from there. Yes. So yes.
You mentioned that you donate to cancer patients.
Yes.
That alone is a very good plus. Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
The question that I have related to that is, you said you donate from your own savings.
Yes.
Why do you do that?
I do that first in memory of my grandmother, because she started this whole thing. And second, giving back to society, because it's a business. So I receive from the society, I have to give back to the society. I'm also a Christian, so I believe in giving. The more you give, the more you receive, or the more you give, the more you get more blessings.
The reason for the donation is very strong and touching. Thank you for doing this. I don't know if I should be saying thank you, but it is good, and keep it up. Okay, that is a good thing. I wanted to ask about the transition. You mentioned that you were sewing the wigs with your bare hand, and now you mentioned you have some machines. How did you transition from the hand to the machine?
I transitioned from the hands to the machine because, taking you back, the first wig that I made didn't come out right. But this time around, I wanted the wigs that I'll be making to look better, feel better, and also the fact that I started getting in more sales, I had to make sure that I delivered something that's of good quality. Yes, so I had to save some more, got more machines to help me. And also by that time, I was alone, but this time around I needed to get more help from, so I got in employees who helped me. Because normally when you're donating wigs, you need to have at least 50 plus wigs. And
Ready to go out.
Yes, ready to go out. But if I sit by myself and stitch or sew those wigs one by one, by the time I'm done with the 50 pieces, just sewing, then I've not yet maybe styled them. Then we have other types, because you will not just make one type of hair. So I normally make afros, I normally make Brazilian hair, so different types, maybe bobs, pixie wigs, braided wigs like this one. So this one takes 2 weeks to make.
I didn't even know it was a wig. I think men have a problem. Or at least maybe me, I have a problem. I couldn't tell that it was. I couldn't tell that it was a wig. It is a wig?
Yes, it's a wig.
Wow.
Can remove it.
No. You don't have to. But I just couldn't tell for sure.
Yes. So this takes 2 weeks to make, and
2 weeks on the machine or with your hand?
This is handmade. So you have to twist these strands. Yeah, so it takes 2 weeks to make, and because I'm helped by 4 ladies.
Okay.
Yes, so it's a bit tedious.
Of course.
Yes, so you can't just make it by yourself. So the wig making process takes time. Okay, there are types that just take a day. For example, the afros, the bob wigs, the pixie wigs, those short ones, that can take a day. But there are other types, like the braided wigs, something like this. Yes, this takes 2 weeks to make, or even more than that.
Wow.
Yes. So I needed to have machine. So this is still handmade. To get something that's this perfect,
Wow.
you have to use your hands. So, and since I also needed to have enough wigs for donation, because there are very, very many patients who need wigs, you may find a ward of over 100 plus ladies waiting for wigs, because I normally get that list from the nurses. So sometimes she sends you a list of over 150 patients. So you find yourself having 30 pieces. So that won't help. But when you have enough, it helps to at least give to as many patients as you can. And that's why I needed to have the machines come in to help me with smoothening the process. Yes. So, yes, the machines are really helpful. Though they're quite expensive, but they're really helpful.
I have to say, I could not tell that this was a wig. When I look at it, I thought it was just normal braids.
Thank you.
I could not tell. And I think this goes to speak to the power of the wig itself. Because if me, as a third party looking at you, cannot tell that this is a wig, then the patient clearly, no one is going to tell.
No one.
Another woman might tell, but I can tell you men, 100% men cannot tell. I speak on behalf of the men. We cannot tell that it's a wig for sure. There is no way. So, and this is handmade.
Yes.
Wow. And it takes 2 weeks to make.
2 weeks or more
Or
to
more.
make.
The list that you receive, the one from the doctors or nurses or whatever, with these patients,
Yes.
do you pay them to give you this list?
No, I don't pay them.
Have you ever asked them why they send you this list?
Not really, but whenever we go to donate these wigs, they see I'm sure that they see the results. Because when we are donating these wigs, we don't just take wigs. I have a team that normally help me, that I go with. So we do makeup first. Give someone a face beat, we call it a face beat. So because most of them lose their eyelashes, eyebrows. So when we go in there, we take a few makeup materials. So we do the makeup, some lipstick, some foundation, like a beautiful face, simple, beautiful face beat. Then we add on the wig, and they just transform their lives. These wigs transform them. Immediately someone will just be up and excited, and even the friends are already complimenting her, and the nurses,
Right there and then, yes.
Yes, immediately, and the nurses just see this transformation, and I think it says a lot. Yes, so the nurses normally help, and I'm really grateful that they come in, because that helps to make my work also easy. Because if you went to the hospital and maybe the hospital is against it, to really be hard. Because at first I feared going to the hospital, Of course, the memory, my grandmother's memories, I didn't want to go back to that. So I posted on my Instagram, and I just sent a post of, in case you're a cancer patient and you need a wig, please get in touch. I have wigs. But the feedback that I got was really shocking, because I got ladies who just went and trimmed off their hair and came in as cancer patients. So in brief, they just wanted free wigs. And that also...
How would you know though that they're doing that if they come with a bald head?
Because when they came in, I asked for at least something that shows that you're cancer patients, at least a document, maybe
Hospital something.
yes, and they didn't have any.
Wow.
So the excuses were like, I forgot it. I normally get my treatment from maybe Captura, Gulu, so they're just excuses. Yes, so my mother told me, if you really want to continue with this, do it the right way. Go to the hospital, get permission, be helped, get help, and then you meet the real people who need this. But if you can't go in that direction, then just continue with your business.
I agree.
Yes, so she helped me. Yes, to go to the hospital, talk to the doctors, talk to the nurses. Then the nurses led me to the wards, and then really shared with the cancer patients, because others even had this misconception of like their wig will fall off. What if it falls off?
I thought the same thing too. It does not fall off?
No, it does not fall off. Because when, with the help of the machines, they help me to secure the wig. And also the other thing is that I normally take head measurements to make something that's custom fitting. Yes, so what I'm wearing may not fit you.
Oh, yes.
In case.
Yes.
Yes, so I take head measurements, and because some of them have smaller heads, others have bigger heads, others want too short hair, so you can't just go and just make long hair.
I'm sorry, you raise a good point. Let me ask this. When you're going in and you have a list of 150 or whatever long it is, and the patients are there, you find them there, you go to them and take their measurements at that point.
Yes.
And ask them, what kind of wig do you want?
Yes.
So it is truly custom to that particular patient's desire.
Yes.
It is not because I'm donating, I'll just donate these things. Wow.
Because you may take a long, beautiful 30 or 20-inch Brazilian expensive wig to someone who is interested in a short afro, because they don't want to sweat.
Wow.
Maybe they even don't know how to maintain or take care of that long piece.
Right.
So when you go in there, but I normally, because at least now I have experience, so when I'm making, I normally make in 3 sizes. Small size, medium, and large. And so when you go to the hospital with my team, we start measuring, taking head measurements. So, this is a small head size. So I'll give this person this wig. And also in the process, you also ask them, are you okay with maybe a highlighted wig, or you just want a black wig? Do you want something long, or do you want something short? Others will just be like, no, I want like something like you're wearing. And you're like, hey, okay.
Before you change your mind.
Yes, and like, okay, maybe let's go with that then. So, but also that process of you taking the head measurements, and you're also getting to know them. The process of you making them up, you're also getting to know others. Others are open, so they'll tell you their stories, they'll tell you their home, I have maybe 5 kids, I have this, I have that, I've been here for this while, and they appreciate you, others even pray for you. Sometimes it really gets emotional, and by the time you leave that hospital, you've not just donated the wig, but sorry, you live with this heart of appreciation because people are out there losing their lives and you're okay, you're healthy, your people are healthy, people are out there suffering. But if you can at least give back, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, it's a bit tough when you're saving up. Sorry.
It's okay.
When you're saving up that money and it's not coming in, you already have the list of the people. You sometimes feel like giving up. You're like, why am I doing this? But when you make the wigs and go to the hospital, do that makeup, see people happy, excited, you live with a grateful heart of, Lord, I'm grateful that I'm not sick. I'm grateful that at least I can give back. I'm grateful that I can make someone smile. Yes, they're going through a lot. They're going through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, but others may make it, others may not make it. But I'm grateful that I'm doing this. There are so many people in this Kampala who have the money, they have the resources, but can't give back. But if you can, then that's more than enough. That's more than enough. So yeah, it also helps me. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm grateful for doing this. I'm grateful.
Thank you. Thank you for the work that you do. It's
You're
really nice
welcome.
and very touching and empowering. Thank you for doing that. There are many people who would love to donate. People who are in the diaspora, people who are here, you've mentioned, people who are, who have at least spare support that they can give. And you already saw from your auntie, she donated a whole bag of hair several years ago, and other customers who come and give you their old wigs. If there are people who have some way of supporting, either monetary or wigs or any other methods, what message do you have for them?
The message that I would have is just donate whatever you have. You don't have to you don't have to donate 10 pieces, 15, 20. You can even donate one wig because that one wig will touch someone that you even don't know. Sometimes I take videos of these patients, other times I don't. But some people are okay with it. They're like, well, when you're donating, at least take a picture. So I do that so that you're sure that I'm not just maybe misusing whatever you've given me. Yeah, donate whatever you have and don't worry whether it's real human hair or not human hair. Just donate because I'm good at treatment. I can treat them and bring them back to life, deconstruct them, reconstruct them, and make them look beautiful and new. Yes, and maybe also the other thing is fundings. As I had mentioned earlier, there are very many patients, very, very, very many. And so right now, at least I can manage donating 50 to 70 wigs from my personal savings. And then maybe my clients from my salon can also sometimes donate like 20 pieces. So that's roughly like 90 to 80 pieces. But you're going to a hospital of over 200 patients. So it's like you're not even doing anything. But if I had help, If I had fundings, I would outsource hair because I normally get my hair from China. So I have vendors who supply me with hair. So could get more hair from China, bring that hair in. I already have machines, I already have workers who can help me. We sit and at least have 150 to 200 pieces. I normally do the donation once a year because of the fundings. But if someone wanted a wig, or maybe they're diagnosed with cancer in January, you can't let that person wait up to December. Because I normally donate in November, December. So that person can't wait for over 9-10 months. Yes. So others who can buy, who can afford, they can buy. But there are those people who can't. So if I had help, we could at least do this twice a year. That would really help. And also not because right now I'm just focusing Mulago Hospital. I could also go to other hospitals. I think that there are so many hospitals in Kampala. There are so many hospitals in Gulu, Mbarara, Kapchora, Kotido, all over, and even other countries. There's a lady, she's in Kenya, and she was called Dianna Nazziwa. I normally follow her on YouTube. And I always see her work. She also donates this. She makes wigs and also donates them. And I really, really admire her work. But what I learned from her is that she has now spread to other districts. Or I think in Kenya they're called states.
Counties, I think.
Counties, yes. So she's in Nakuru, she's in Nairobi, so she's helping people in other areas of the country, not just the central. Yes, because people in Kampala...
She's doing the same thing?
Yes, she's called Dianna Nazziwa. My namesake.
Yes.
So you see her helping other people. In Kampala, yes, you can find someone who can afford a wig. But in Gulu, Mbarara, deep down there, people also have their lives. Mothers, students, they're working. They want to go back to after the cancer treatment. They need to go back to life. Need to go back to their actual lives. But how will they do it? Because I'm sure they'll get treatment from the hospitals, but after the treatment, then what's next? Most of them, maybe the breasts are amputated, the uteruses are out. Someone has lost something, and you've treated them, thank you, but how are they going back? With a bald head, with no confidence, with shame, with pity, anger, and all that. Yes, I know they normally cancel them, but they need more help. And we can touch such people with fundings, with help from other people. People just see it as a way of maybe you're trying to promote your business or you're trying to do this for, but that's not the truth. That's not the truth. It's way deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. So yes, help will really be appreciated. Then also the other thing, I wanted to learn counseling. Because normally when cancer patients come to my salon, those who are buying, when they come to my salon, I normally share success stories from other patients that I've worked on. I give them examples. I normally share pictures. Someone comes when they're really low, but when they come in, my place is a private place. So they come in, we have tea, we have some eats, and we do our makeup. We try on like 20 different wigs, and then you bring in these success stories. you encourage them and you really see that they are now more hopeful. But I need to have more to pour in them. So if at all I could get counseling, no, if at all I could learn counseling, that will really help. Because at least I'll be not just sharing these stories, but at least I could go deeper. Yes, I know they do that at the hospitals, but when someone comes in also out this side and also gets this information, I'm sure that would also be helpful. So, and also sometimes maybe if we're going to donate the wigs, if at all could get help from counselors to help with awareness. So by the time we go there to donate these wigs, you have at least counselors who will counsel people, pour some words of encouragement, pray for them. You know, that will really be helpful. So yeah, that would also help in this whole process. So that I'm not just alone with a makeup artist. I'm with a counselor. Maybe I also have more knowledge. Maybe you can share about nutrition. Not just, oh, let's do this makeup and let's look good and
So the
no.
whole package.
Yes. Can at least maybe talk about nutrition, maybe talk about other things that really help these people.
Have you had any interaction or discussion with the Uganda Cancer Institute?
Not yet.
The nurses, doctors, the ones that share these lists, have they ever talked about anything to do with Cancer Institute?
With the nurses, they normally ask me to talk to these ladies, mainly the clients, to go for screenings. Yeah, they're like, Dianna, please encourage your clients to come in because we've lost so many lives due to late
Like testing?
late testing. Yes, someone comes in and maybe they're now already on stage 3. Yet if they came in earlier, could not even have reached this far. Yes, so at least talk to them, encourage them to come. In case of anything, you've checked yourself, maybe your boob has something that you're not sure of. Instead of just taking a painkiller, rush to the hospital. You've overbled, you're not sure. Just in case of maybe just getting some antibiotics and what, go to the hospital. Go at least and get that second opinion from the healthy workers. So at least, yeah, but we've not yet gone into depth. Yes, it's normally just that.
How about other NGOs or anything like this?
No, not yet received any.
Okay. So what I'm seeing is the work you're doing is in Mulago, and in Mulago, based on your savings and your effort that you're putting so far, like you've said, the impact is big. I know you said it is not big, but it is big. If you have 100 patients on the list and in a year you've donated to 90, if you have 200 on the list and in the year you've donated 90 or roughly 100, it's almost 50%, right? So the impact is there. But you rightly say that is only Mulago Hospital. And there are several other hospitals, several other patients, even those who have not yet come for testing, the ones that you're mentioning. So the field is so big.
Yes.
And the progress so far it has not yet reached high enough for the impact maybe to be seen by these things. But hopefully, on the discussion that we're having here, people can come in and support and maybe open the doors for you to be able to go to these places and be able to provide this service in these other places. Again, thank you for this. I can only imagine what people go through and how they actually come back to life, so to speak. When you look at the patients that you've been interacting with, what does it tell you or teach you about cancer itself?
The first thing is go for that earlier testing. They normally call it screening. Because most people lose their lives because of the delay to that testing. But when you go and get tested, get to know that, okay, I have this, you accept it and be open to the treatment. I've seen so many ladies regret that because most of them, their stories are like, I didn't give much attention to this itching in my breast. That lump in my breast, I didn't give it enough attention. I just thought maybe it was just maybe a pimple or something. And by the time I went to the hospital, I was on stage 3, stage 4, and it was too late. They needed to amputate my breast. They needed maybe to remove my uterus. They needed maybe to amputate my arm, my leg. But what I've learned is for us to be more conscious and not take life for granted. Because yes, you may feel like, now where do I start from? I found this lump in my breast. Where do I start from? Do I go to this normal clinic? Do I take a painkiller? The answer is just go to the main nearest hospital. You'll be saved from a lot because they normally do counseling. So if you start with that counseling, someone really talks to you, lets you know what's coming. They explain to you the medication, the treatments, that chemo. Of course, they're telling you that you're going to lose your hair during this chemo, you're going to go through this and that, but at least I help trying to save your life. So you'd rather go through that than go when it's too late. Because when you go when it's too late, even the doctors don't have much to do. They'll just maybe give you hope, a few medicines, but you'll surely not survive. But if you go earlier on, it really serves. Then maybe the other thing that I've learned is that I don't know if I'm talking about ladies because I normally deal with ladies. The other thing is that they don't get enough support from their families. Because I have stories of men who have divorced their ladies or who have left their marriages because of that. So someone is like, yeah, you've made me feel good with this wig and this. But my husband told me that I don't want to do anything with me anymore because I've lost my breast, I've lost my arm, you see, I'm looking, have no hair, like, where do I start from? So that's also enough for someone to be depressed.
Of course.
Yes. So if at all they had enough support from family, I think maybe that will also help in the recovery process. Enough support from their family. Yes, they will be getting this medicine from the hospital, they'll be getting counseling. By the end of the day, they'll have to go back home. And you're back home, people are gossiping, people are laughing behind your back, people are calling you names, others are just discouraging you, thinking that you will not make it. By the time you're taking that medicine in, I don't think the medicine will do enough. But if you have a supporting system, maybe your children are helping you with making sure that you're eating the right food, your husband is helping you with this, the people in the community are also being supportive, you surely go through this.
From the experiences that you have had,
Yes.
I know you have many, but can you pick one maybe that you can share with us of how a patient was transformed by receiving this wig?
Okay, thank you. Let me share a story of the first ladies I started with. Remember back when we started, and I said that I just entered the ward and found a lady. She was among my first patients to donate a wig to. So, of course, I went to the hospital without the permission. Went to the ward, found her. She had her daughter. Then I first spoke to the daughter because she was sleeping. I first spoke to the daughter, and then the daughter woke her up and explained. She didn't even know the language that I was using. She didn't know Luganda. She didn't know English. But the daughter explained to her, and she was okay with it. So we went outside in the corridors. She wore the wig. I helped her wear the wig, and she was happy immediately. She was happy, excited, and then other patients also started coming in. I also need a wig. Do you also have one for me? How come you came with a few? Can we also, how do we get these wigs? So immediately the lady was happy and all that. So a few months later, because I normally take their contacts, call them and see whether the wigs are still okay, whether the wigs need treatment. Because when they're here at the Cancer Institute, some of them even take 6 months without going back. Some of them come from far, so they can't be coming and going back. So I normally call them and see if the wigs need treatment. If they do, I send my border guy who goes and picks them, I treat them, and then send them back. So when I called her, a few months, I think like 2-3, she had left the hospital. She had gone back. And so we're talking, of course the daughter was translating and giving me feedback. I'm like, how is your mother doing? How is life? How is she? I'm like, oh, my mommy is doing so great. Actually, after everything, we left the hospital. She's getting better. Actually, by then she was working in a market, market vendor. She's even in the market, she's selling. Then she spoke to me. My mother is an Alur. So I can pick a few words in Alur. So on phone, she was telling me a few things. My life is okay. I'm here making money. I'm in the market. I'm hearing how the market is busy. And the truth is that touched me, because this is the lady I found sleeping very low. She didn't want anything to do with life. She was just there. But a few months later, of course, I know she got her medication and everything, but calling me, actually, I'm even wearing my hair. Yeah, what oil should I use? I need to make it look better. Yeah, what spray? Do you know any spray that I can... any spray that I can use to make it look better? People this side they've even never seen this hair this side. So where should I take it for? Should I take it to the salon to wash it? How? So this really showed me that there's much more you can do. It's not just a wig. It's not, but it goes deeper. It goes deeper in the process of these people healing. So yeah, that's a success story. And she normally calls me when she comes to pick her medicine. Now she's okay. Actually, she even, if this is, I think, 5 years back, but now she really healed. And then the time she called me, she had come to camp, I think that last screening, and to like just confirm whether everything is now okay. So she called me and she asked me whether she can come to my place. So she came with her daughter and 2 sons from the village.
Wow.
From the village. They brought me some poultry birds. They brought me some cassava flan millet. They brought me a mat.
Wow.
It was touching. It was refreshing. And actually, she even found some lady who had come for a wig, a cancer patient. So she found a lady, then she also shared her story, how everything was, how she should she should not feel sad, everything will be okay. Then the wig, she even helped her pick a wig. Like this person was a different person from the lady I met at the hospital. She's now okay, she's healed, she has gone back to doing her businesses. Their life is back to normal. So that's enough. That's enough to give hope to other people. That yes, right now you're going through a lot. You're going through this treatment. It's painful. It's all sorts of things, but at the end of it all, there is hope. You'll get back to your life, and actually, the hair grows back. Yes. After a few months, the hair grows back. So most people are maybe
after the treatment process.
Yes. Yeah, the hair grows back. So your lashes come back, your eyebrows come back. You still continue having your beautiful hair. But yeah, people should not lose hope. There is hope. The main thing is going for early screening. That's the main thing. And also trusting God. Yes, you may get the best medications, may get the best everything, but at least if you're Muslim, trust your God, pray. If you're Christian, continue. That higher power also is key to someone's healing, because at least you get where to put your belief in and have faith that it's also possible. If these people have all made it, why not you? So, yes, that's one of my stories.
In terms of numbers, if we look at from the time that you started up till now, how many people would you say you have touched cancer patients by giving these wigs to?
In the start, I used to sew these wigs using my hands. But with time, the business has grown. I've been able to get machines that have helped me. I also have workers who have also helped to speed up the whole process, the whole wig making process. So at least so far I've given like 500 or so. And with time, I'm sure this will grow more, and I'll be able at least to donate the 500 wigs in 1 year. Because if I have enough labor, I have enough machines, I have enough hair coming in, that will surely help increase on the numbers of wigs that I'll be donating.
And just to clarify for the viewer, when you mention the business growing, you're talking about the wig making business, the ones you sell to ordinary people, and then the profits from that sale or the savings is what you're using to donate the wigs to the cancer patients.
Yes.
Okay. So within, like the numbers you're mentioning about growing, when the business is growing, the wig making business, then you can be able to reach more people. Okay, I see what you're saying. Which brings me to my next question. Some people say that wigs are just cosmetic. For someone who thinks that or who says that, what do you have to say to them, especially in this situation?
When it comes to cancer patients, a wig is not about beauty. It's about life and death. For example, I've received so many phone calls from clients who used these wigs and their lives changed. Someone comes from being sad and looking a certain way to feeling beautiful, feeling more confident, feeling like they can go back to their normal lives and still conquer. Most of them are working ladies, they are in offices. So when she throws that wig on, puts some lipstick, gets her handbag, she will go out there. No one will know that she's maybe suffering from cancer. Maybe she has a bald head. So life will just continue without other people knowing what's really happening in her life. And other people normally get referrals from them. So you get a referral from a cancer patient who used your wigs and they helped them. If these wigs had not helped them, they would not even be giving you referrals. Yes.
In this line of work that you're doing, in this calling, as it were, are there other people or organizations who are doing something similar like this for cancer patients that you know
The 7 years that I've been doing this, I've not seen anyone do it so far. They may be out there, but I've not yet seen someone. Maybe the patients would have told me about it, or the nurses and the doctors would have told me about it, but not really. Most of them just sell
like
them
comparing your wig to someone else?
Yes.
Okay.
Most of them just sell these wigs to these cancer patients, but not intend to donate them. Yes, because wigs are quite expensive. Yes.
So there are those who will come to sell the wig to the
Yes,
cancer
to the
patients.
cancer
Those ones you have
patients.
seen.
Yes.
But the ones who are coming to donate, those are the ones who have not.
No, I've not seen. It's because there are so many wig shops in Kampala.
True.
So they normally go and buy, but I've not seen someone who is committed and gives it time to make them custom made wigs. No, I've not seen it. Not in Uganda. I've seen it in Kenya with Dianna but not in Uganda.
How much does it actually cost to make a wig, this custom wig, on average?
So it depends on a wig, but the fact being that wigs or human hair is quite expensive, though human hair would be the best option, but it's quite expensive. So I normally get Remy hair. So Remy hair is the mixture of synthetic hair and human hair. So when it's combined, you get Remy hair. It's also good quality, it's soft, it's smooth. People rarely react because when someone is under chemo, the skins tend to be sensitive and they easily react to that hair. So if someone is wearing a synthetic wig, the skin may react immediately. Yes, so you also have to be careful about that. So I normally use Remy hair because it's cost effective. Yes. So roughly it's 200 250 Ugandan shillings.
50 or 50,000?
200 or 200 to 250,000 to make a good wig. Yes, because we normally ventilate the closure. So the ventilating is, I don't know whether you see it, it's this part.
Okay.
Yes. So to make this wig realistic, you have to have a closure for it. So you hand make this. The process is called ventilation. Yes. So you ventilate that, and then you braid it to make it look realistic. So also with the other types of hair, you need that closure. You ventilate it, then you sew the wefts behind, and then style it to make it look realistic. In that when the patient is wearing that wig, people won't tell from afar that you're wearing a wig.
Right.
Yes. The closure makes it look realistic. It's like the hair is growing from your scalp.
True.
Yes. So it gives it that more realistic and natural feel or natural look. Yes. So that's well. But if someone has the money, they would go for the human hair because it's better everything, better quality, better look and feel, though it's quite expensive. To get a good human hair wig, you'll need to at least be in 500 to 700 Ugandan shilling.
1,000. Okay,
Yes.
just to be clear.
Yes, so it's quite on the upper side, but for us to make at least enough so that everyone gets or everyone receives these wigs, it should be cost effective.
Okay. So just for my understanding, by the time you're donating this wig, it has come to around 250,000 Uganda shillings
Yes.
at the time of donation.
200 to 250.
Okay. Okay. And the normal ones between 500 and 700 and above, the human hair ones.
Yes, the original human hair.
Okay.
Could even go to 1 million.
Wow.
Yes, but we deal with the cost-effective ones. Yes.
Okay. In the cases where you have worked with a patient or patients, gave them a wig, raised them up, and then they actually pass away, how do you deal with that?
Okay. It's tough. For instance, I have a lady who found me on Instagram. I'd posted, I normally post about these cancer patients. She wanted me to meet her mother. Her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she needed me to share with her, get her wig, and find a way of talking to her. So got in touch with her. She came to my workplace. She came in, the husband, the lady who was diagnosed with cancer, and then the daughter, the one who got in touch with me. So we spoke, we shared. Normally we have our tea, some granules, some eats. She shared her story. It was sad, of course. And she told me that at the hospital they told her that she's going to lose her hair. She had beautiful, we normally call it wet look. She had this thing, they normally call it genet cut. So it was beautiful, full, and all looking healthy. And she told me, by the way, I was told that I'm going to lose my hair, so I don't want to go through that. Can you help me trim off this hair so that by the time I start losing my hair, I'll not just find my hair scattered everywhere. Like whenever I wake up, I find hair on my pillow.
Right.
That will really affect me. So let's just get done with this. And so that I start my life with these wigs. So we tried out a few wigs, and she liked, I think, like 3 of them. We trimmed the hair off, everything. Of course, it was emotional. After that, she wore the new wig. She loved it. A few months later, because I normally follow up on my clients. So a few months later, I called the daughter to check on the mother, and she told me that they lost her to breast cancer. The truth is, there's a way you get discouraged. So, because you built this bond in the process of her picking this wig, you people have shared. I have a daughter, so she phoned my daughter, she loved my daughter, and she gave me advice about parenting. She gave me advice about business, about so many things. And one day you call and they tell you that person is gone. There's a way that does not leave you the same. And you kind of lose hope. And surprisingly, that very day when I received that phone call, I had a client who was coming in who was also diagnosed with breast cancer. The truth is, when she came in, I even didn't know what to tell her. Because normally when they come in, at least you should be excited. You should have this joy of you're welcome. Everything is going to be okay. Let's not even talk about the medicine. Let's get this makeup done. But that day I didn't have it. Of course, I had a few words, but in my heart, I had the thing of, am I even telling the truth? That this person will survive this. Because when the other lady came in, she was so energetic, she was so vibrant. Of all things, that would be the least of things to even expect that she would not make it. Then this lady comes in, she was weak. She was actually, I think she was from the hospital. She was weak, and so there's no way you would still have the same encouraging words, the same zeal to bring hope. But yes, death is death. Because also when I lost my grandmother, that's when I packed everything and I was like, I'm not doing this. I threw everything away. But yeah, death is death. Death affects you. Whether you're close to this person, whether you're a family member, I don't think it just stops to that. The moment you get in touch with these people, there is that connection. Because I have cancer patients that I still call, who I've been with for like 3-4 years. But I have a list. I normally call them at least maybe once a year to just check on them. And that bond that you people build is indescribable when they tell you that that person is gone. So yes, it's quite tough, it's challenging, but I'm grateful that I'm doing this.
How do you manage that?
Sometimes I take a few days off. Of course, you pray for them. Being a Christian, you pray for them, you pray for their families. If they're close, you also can go there, can go and visit. But if they're far, just pray for the family. Just pray for the family. And then also, I think I really need this counseling. I have to go for this counseling because I think they also teach you how to deal with such. But the fact being that I've not yet received that, so I think it just comes straight to me. And when that happens, there are a few ways for you to deal with it. But if I had enough knowledge, if I was trained enough, I think it will be more easier. Yes.
Dianna, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show. Your story has been very touching. I've learned a lot. Thank you for the work that you're doing. We wish you success. We wish you ability to touch other people, see more smiles and bring more smiles. And we hope for continued growth in everything that you do.
Thank you.